Welcome to Candid Conversations. I am your co-host, Coach Ken Canion, a.k.a. the doctor, a.k.a. the professor, a.k.a. that bleep. Anyway, I'm here with my lovely co-host.
That bleep could have been anything. It could have been a.k.a. that.
And y'all, she ain't feeling her best tonight, but she doing the show anyway. I'm telling y'all in advance, because if she look a little slower, I mean, y'all know I got to cover my baby. I'm sorry.
I guess
y'all
that's for calling you tender.
Y'all ain't gonna be
because I look slow. That's for calling you tender for 2 weeks.
Hey, baby, I know you ain't feeling your best tonight, but I appreciate you joining me.
Yeah.
And this is your show.
This is my show, and you had to bring me in.
I know you was going to bring in, but you ain't,
Yeah, I had a little tick bite, and so the medication makes me feel like not 100%.
Why are you telling them you got to be about it?
Because, somebody might say, look, chew some tobacco and spit on it and put it on the tick thing. Get you some red clay and mix some apple cider vinegar with it and sleep with it on your arm. You won't have to take the medication. I'm looking for stuff like that. That's why I told it.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to let you take over the show because you talk about apple cider vinegar and all that shit. So
listen, I'm from look, they used to eat that red clay dirt. Well, you don't know about that?
You was too light-skinned to be in that red. You was in the house. You wasn't.
My family did. We used to go. I didn't
I said
eat it.
You.
I didn't
I
do
said
it. But
you. Notice, I didn't say your family. Your family members look like they might eat a little clay. They look like they might eat a little clay. Hey, yo. Okay, I'm sorry.
May you sleep with one eye open tonight, sir.
I'm sorry.
Let me take you. So you talking junk. Has anybody out there ever eaten red clay dirt? I haven't, but I remember my cousins growing up. I remember them going down down to Gifford, what they call it. You got to say it like that, Gifford. And they would go down to Gifford up on that hill and eat that red clay dirt.
Don't tell nobody else.
We can't be the only one.
Please don't tell nobody else that.
Please, y'all. Please, I need to hear from you. The dirt eaters.
Hey, listen, y'all. I just want to say subscribe to our channel. Listen, if you like this kind of content, dirt, clay eating, tick biting, and shit like that, hey, subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so that when we drop another video, listen, you'll be the first notified. All right, your show.
I want to say thank you to everyone that came out that made Candid Conversations with the Grand Canyons a success. It was fantastic. I cannot find the words to describe how I felt that night. It was amazing.
It was straight amazing. We had a packed house, wall-to-wall people, and everybody is saying, hey, look, you gotta, everybody is saying, we're going to do it again. So we're going to do it again.
We're going to do it again. We're going to do it again.
We're going to do it again in this city.
Wait a minute, what the young people say, we're going to run that back.
Run that back,
baby. We're going to run that back. Make sure you follow the Grand Canyons.
Yeah. We got a new Instagram page, and we have YouTube page. Follow the Grand Canyons, along with Coach Ken Canion. And soon the new coach is going to have her stuff all coached up.
Okay, so we're doing the new coach. That would be me. Okay, so we're doing things a little different today. We are not doing the letter because I have a video today. And so I want you guys to take a look at this video, and then we'll be back in a second.
Who you been talking about?
Yeah, that's Tiara right there.
That's Tiara?
Yeah.
Hi, Tiara. She's all right.
Huh?
She's okay.
What do you mean?
Come on, let's go.
You don't want to like meet her? You don't want to say nothing to her?
Okay, let's just go eat.
Oh.
Let's go eat. We should have met her first.
So
Don't you think?
I mean, what am I supposed to do with that information?
She's cool, but damn.
What? What's wrong with her? She's sitting right here. Ease up. $1.05. What does that mean?
What's she rocking with?
What's wrong with her though? There's literally nothing wrong with her.
Say what's wrong with her.
You want us to say something about her?
I mean,
And
yeah, just give it.
Hold on.
Something nice.
Hold
No,
on.
I'm not
Can
going
she-
to say anything
Hold
nice.
on. Now we'll just put it like that. Can she
Stop.
cook?
Can she cook? Yeah. I mean, sometimes. I mean, it's
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
it's mediocre. I mean, it's not that great, but
I think he could do better. I'm just letting you know. That's
We just being real.
I don't
Would you
know.
rather for us to be?
bro, stop. Stop. No.
Catch an Uber with them. I'm gonna just go home.
What are you talking
Because
about?
it's like, why
Why is this my fault,
It's
though?
your fault because you're not protecting me.
What do you want-
You're supposed to say. This is supposed to say you're treating my girl some type of way. You're supposed to do something about
That
it.
is my
you're not-
granddad. What am I supposed to do?
What do you mean? You're supposed to be like, this is the girl that I like, and this is the girl that I want, and this is how you're gonna treat her. You're not gonna treat her no type of way.
And then what?
You're grown.
What is that?
Please.
Bro.
You are grown. If somebody is treating me some type of way, you're supposed to stand up and say something about it, no matter who they are. Just like I stood up for you, I messed up my relationship with my brother.
So,
Wow.
what did you think about that? Ken, I wanted to start off with you. You always ask me, about our letters or whatever. But I want to ask you, did you see anything wrong in that video?
I saw a lot wrong.
Tell me something.
I saw. Let me first say before I tell you what I saw wrong. Let me tell you what was happening.
Okay.
I saw a young person who was conflicted. He didn't. I saw a person who was conflicted. First, he has the respect. He was trying to respect his grandparents, and then he had the love of the person he was with, and he didn't know what to do. He didn't know the proper etiquette because either way was a wrong turn. Either way was a wrong turn.
Oh, so whether he would have stood up or stood down, that would have.
Right. And it all boils down to what you value the most. And so I saw a lot wrong in it and what was primarily wrong was he didn't know how to navigate it. That was primarily wrong. It was not what he did or didn't do because he didn't stand up for her. She was like, you didn't protect me. All right. But that's not the thing that's bad, quote unquote, bad here. The thing that's bad, or what I would say that is undesirable, is he didn't know what to do. Now, and it wasn't so much that he didn't stand up for her, but he didn't know how.
He didn't know how.
Think about it. You know.
So in a case like that, what would you? How would you say? Let's say the young lady came to you, because tonight is all about protecting your partner. Protecting your partner. So let's just say the young lady came up to you and she gave you that scenario. What, how would you have told her to handle it? Or how does she move from there?
Well,
Because she's feeling like she's not protected from her significant other.
yeah.
She watched him. I mean, it's like,
She
not like
watched
she
them.
heard about it.
She watched
She
them
was there.
punch
She
her.
yeah.
Her head was on a punch.
Yeah.
And so this is what in my communication class, plug, in the academy, I have what I call an apology method. It's a communication tool where I teach people how to apologize. And so if he were my student, I would have said, you would use the apology method. Here's how it goes. First thing you do, step one. I always put them in steps so people can understand. Step one, you apologize for the thing that you did. You ever heard people say, I apologize if you felt that way? I apologize. That's not an apology.
It is not.
It is not an apology. But when you say, I apologize for not standing up for you, protecting you during the encounter with my grandparents. Okay? Step one, I identify what I didn't do. Okay?
Right.
What I'm apologizing for. The reason why that works, why that is important, is because now you are taking accountability for that thing that you did. And then you are taking responsibility by doing what's next. Okay? So the first thing is I apologize for what I did. I identify what it was I didn't do. Step two is state my intention. Okay? My intention, I apologize for not standing up. My intention was to keep their harmony, and I didn't know what to do. My intention was not to allow them to disrespect you. You always state Step 2 is state what your intention was. Because he didn't come from a place of malice. He came from a place of ignorance.
Okay. So my question to you further. So if a person is in that situation, do they protect while they're there? Do you kind of like smooth it over and go to your family afterwards or to your friends afterwards? How do you recover? Okay, with the apology, you do that. But not recover. How do you ensure that doesn't happen again?
And how do you trust him? Because now the trust has been breached.
Okay.
She doesn't trust that you will protect me. As you think about it, if a man came up and slapped you and I was standing right there and I didn't do anything, you'd be like, what in the world? My husband is standing right here and he's not there. So now you don't trust me to protect you. So that's what that is. But before I go on, I'm gonna ask the audience, what would you do in that case? Like, you've seen the video. Okay, who was wrong? I mean, she felt not protected.
That's what I want to know. Like, who was wrong, him or her? Because he didn't do it. Like,
she wasn't wrong on any level.
Well,
she was the one getting beat up.
Well, I guess I would say the grandparents or him. Like, they were being very honest. Was he wrong for bringing his girl in that situation, knowing that? Because I'm sure that wasn't the first time they had displayed their honesty.
Yeah, they were honest. However, honesty and offensiveness don't necessarily have to go together. You know what I'm saying? If they felt a certain way, like he was like, she a $105. First off, the way you're communicating what you're saying in front of this person almost feels like you're dehumanizing. You know, it always, you know. And my question to you, Nip, is what do you think? What do you ask me? You're the coach, and how would you tell him to handle? First, you're the coach now. Now you're a coach now. How would you tell, number one, him to handle, and how would you tell her to handle it? Because your dealing is not, as a coach, is not with the grandparents.
Right.
They are who they are. They said what they said. But now you got to come back in as a coach, and you got to patch this thing up.
So for him, of course, I would let him know that, you definitely dropped the ball there. I know that you were trying to be respectful to your grandparents, but you left her so uncovered. Like you left her in a thunderstorm without an umbrella, for real. And so I think I would have to take a page out of your book. Like, he would have to redeem himself. He would have to
earn her trust back.
Earn her trust back, most definitely. For her, I would advise her not to go in that space unless he could guarantee her safety.
Right.
That's like me sending you into a lion's den, really, without the trainer there, without a stick or whatever they use when keep you away from. Like, that's...
A stick.
That was hard.
A couple of bullets. I need that Draco on there. No.
I think about the time when, like, the first time I met your mom and how easy it was and how easy she made it for me. I cannot imagine being thrown in a situation like that. It's hard enough meeting somebody's family because you know that you're being judged regardless.
Human nature.
And then you get that, get torn apart. And so I would tell her to, just make sure that he's created a safe space for you. I would tell him, you're trying to be respectful to your elders or to your grandparents or your parents or whomever. But when you are away from that situation, you need to fix it.
But what if he doesn't know how to fix it, man? Are you gonna give him the two? Because you're a new coach.
I feel like he needs to talk to his grandparents and create a barrier or limit a boundary rather. some limitations.
Yeah.
This has to happen, or I cannot. I'll never bring my significant other around you.
And that's how. Yeah. And his approach to the grandparents has to be this. I feel like, and using our language, I feel like this undermined my efforts. Now, if you felt that way, I understand it. However, saying it in front of her like that, I felt like it undermined me because I was in a precarious situation where now I'm pitted against two people I love. I mean, or two sides, because it was two of them, and there was one. And then they ganged up on her. They ganged up on her. And so, but the other part of this that we can't forget, even if he desired to do it, the know-how, how do you do it? How would you have that? Okay, let's role play.
Okay.
I'm in the role play. So let's say my grandparents was right there.
Okay.
And
I'm the person.
No. And they talking about me.
Oh, so my grandparents.
Yeah, your grandparents. And then I'm going to do my grandparents.
Okay.
But, okay, we're going to role play. So how would you check your grandparents in a way in front of me?
I don't know that I would have checked my grandparents in front of you. I'm just be honest. Because me checking them would have been, in their eyes, disrespectful. And so,
but you got to say something.
So I would not. I don't think I would. I think I would have crumbled like him. I honestly think with my grandparents, or I would have jokingly been like, "Come on, y'all, cut." And that's what he did. But at the same time, she didn't feel protected.
I'm gonna show you a way to do it.
Like I don't know that I would have been successful with that against my grandparents. An aunt or an uncle, like I would have. But my grandparents, John and Melvina, I don't know.
My grandparents, what I would have said was, I and I'm not saying I would have said this, but I would have thought about it. And I guess, you know what, the hard thing is easy because I know what I know. It's easy. I can speak from wisdom. I can speak, but as a young man, ago, right? That's why I'm sitting here thinking about. Ken, don't say that shit, because you know what? If you was 25 or 30 years old with your grandparents saying something like that, how you gonna? But I can speak from wisdom because I know what I would have done. Right. But yeah, I guess when you look at it from that standpoint, the respect you have for your grandparents, because you might not even end up with her.
Right.
Now, if it was my wife, as a young person, that would be a little different.
So let's just say, okay, you knew the words to say, and you go to your grandparents or your family members or your friends, and you talk to them about it. Find out what the issue is. Why don't you like her? Would you bring that issue back to her?
If I went to my grandparents?
Like, let's just say your friends or your family members didn't like me, and they gave you the reasons why they did not like.
But they loved you.
But I'm just saying. I remember one time you told me that people felt like that I was unapproachable.
That wasn't my parents. That wasn't my family.
No. It was some friends or some people that you knew.
They absolutely
said that I was unapproachable.
Because you had resting bitch face.
I still have that, and I'm proud of that. And if you see me tomorrow, I might rest my bitch face. I'm just saying. But do you bring that back? Do you bring that back to your partner? And how would you bring that? So you say no.
What I would have said to my partner is, I've addressed this. I've addressed this with my grandparents, and I wouldn't even bring up what I said or what they said. So I'm going to cover them, but I have to let her know that I went back and addressed and how it made me feel and how it made you feel. Yeah, but I'm not going into with her. Well, I said, don't say that shit no more to my lady. No.
But some people need that. Some people need to know that you stood up for them, and how. Well, so how could one do that and preserve both relationships?
But you're trying to preserve the relationships separately. not together. See, the
okay,
issue here
okay, I get
is
that.
not that you can preserve. Hell, you separate them, but everything happened together.
Right.
And so that's where the problems happen when we were all together. When his grandmama was like, I ain't gonna say, you can't say nothing nice about nobody. I ain't gonna say nothing at all.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that to me seemed deeper because most people, if they have something they want to say, they don't say it. They say it to you.
Mm-hmm.
But it seemed like it may be something deeper with them. I don't know. But if I come back to you, okay, let me use you.
Okay.
So I come back to you, and my grandparents, we're talking negatively about you in front of you, okay? And I did not address it, all right? But later on, I come back to you and say, hey, I know you were upset. I went to my grandparents, and I addressed the issue, and I told them how it made you feel and how it made me feel. That wouldn't be enough for you?
Yes, it would. Yes, it would. But I'm not speaking from me. I'm speaking from people out there who feel like they've never been protected. And then here you are letting some, not protecting me. You have to come back like I handled it. That what you said there was enough for me, but I'm not talking about me. But let me ask you this right here.
Okay.
How do you bring them back? Or first, before I ask you that, because you said, if it happened in front of them, what if your significant other isn't there and your family or friends, your friend group, they're bashing them? Do you stand up for them just as hard in their absence as you do their presence? Or
I think it becomes easier to do it that way.
in their absence?
In their absence, because now
so?
I'm not disrespecting you in front of her.
Okay.
Now I can speak my mind because we family. We're family.
Right.
Family can say things that nobody else can say. And we're not talking about saying it in front of other people. But yeah, that's where I'd be like, you know what? Guys, I don't agree with what you're saying. I like her. And you may not like her, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, I would appreciate that you wouldn't disrespect her when she comes around. I mean, family can say things that you wouldn't normally say. Now, because a lot of times it ain't the grandparents. Sometimes it'd be an uncle or aunt.
Right. But what about when your friend group though? Like your boys. Or your like when we got together, you had male and female friends.
Yeah.
So how do you stop that? Like when your significant other goes into your friend group, when you're trying
Most of my guy friends, they don't even operate like that. Like if one of our wives, ladies come around, the respect level, I'm gonna give her the respect that I give him. That's just how we operate.
But what about the opposite sex?
I mean, if you had a friend, a guy friend, I would respect him if he ain't smash you. If he didn't smash you, that then it's a little different. But if he done smashed you and then he like he kicking.
I don't feel like I can have. Well, I have two guy friends.
Yeah,
friends.
but them I wouldn't. Yeah.
But I just couldn't have. Like you have a lot of female friends.
Those guy friends.
You have a lot of female friends. I don't think that I could have a bucket of male friends.
I had female friends before we met.
I don't think I could have a bucket of male friends like you have a bucket of female friends.
I don't have a bucket of female friends now. I have a bucket of female clients, but I don't have a bucket of female friends now. I don't. But I had them before we met. I had friends before we met. Now listen.
Bucket.
See, now you're exaggerating.
You have a lot of friends.
I have a lot of friends.
I don't have an issue with you having friends.
I know, but I'm saying,
you have a lot of friends.
No, but you're doing is you're framing this in a way that is not genuine, disingenuous. Because I had female friends before you arrived.
I didn't say when they came. I didn't say when
yeah,
you
but
picked them up.
the way you framing it though.
No, that's just how you trying to fix it because you don't want nobody to be like Coach Ken.
No, I had female friends before she
Yeah.
arrived. I didn't just destroy my friendships before she. And these
And
were
I didn't-
friends.
I didn't require
And
you
these
to.
were friends that I wasn't smashing. So what I'm saying is, yeah, well, but you can say what you. Well, hold on now. Since you want to go now, you don't have friends. Hey, you ever had friends?
Let me go back to my question.
Yeah, because if you don't, this shit gonna go left on your ass.
It ain't gonna go left on me.
Because hey, believe me, I was there too. Now, see, you want me to? You look at me. Hold on. You look at me. You don't want me. Listen. Yeah, listen. Hey, yeah.
So let me ask you this here.
Go what?
So when a situation,
See, she got.
I don't know what he's talking about.
She's starting to stutter.
My stomach hurts. This is medication. So how do you think a person feels when a situation like that is ignored?
What do you mean?
Let's say you were put in a situation like that. You did not feel protected by whether it was your man or your woman. You're in a situation, whether it was family or friends, and you felt like she felt not protected.
Right.
But the person, your significant other, never addressed it. They just let it be.
That's gonna be a problem.
What kind of damage could that do to a relationship?
It's almost like this. It's almost like I smash somebody during our relationship, and I'd be like, just get over, get over it. Well, what happens is it's a breach of trust.
Ooh.
Whenever there's a breach of trust, if the thing that breached the trust is not addressed, that seed has been planted. It begins to grow. And now the trust breach has created trust issues, trust challenges. And then they permeate from thing to thing to thing to thing, and now they become bigger than that one thing.
So any little thing, anything about trust.
Yeah,
that
you ain't
leads
stick
back
up
that-
for me, so you ain't gonna. Yeah, how I know you gonna pay the bill? You ain't protect me. How I know you gonna buy groceries?
So that's the
You
root
might
of something
quit your-
that just really grows.
It grows.
Into something bigger.
Yeah.
I like asking you questions. It's like I learn a lot from you. Why you looking like that? You want to say something else?
No, I'm
Okay.
learning from you.
I do. I learn a lot from you. I
I'm
love
learning your ass trying to throw a little shade earlier.
I did,
but I got a
no, I
little shade
wasn't
to
actually
throw.
trying to throw
Oh,
shade.
go ahead, go.
Why do you always take things so personal?
Oh, now I'm tender again. Okay. Now I can't call you on your shit because I'll be tender if I call her on hers.
Daggum right. So okay. So when it's not addressed, how do you bring in a mediator? Like it's a relationship that you don't want to abandon, but being protected is something that's very, very important to you.
You have to communicate that, and the other person has to be willing to fix that. Because if they don't fix it now, just remember this: every seed planted grows into something. We just don't know what the seed gonna grow into.
What it's gonna grow into?
Anger, bitterness, resentment, mistrust, all of those things. And so what you have to do is pull it up by the roots. Yeah, that's what
I
you gotta do.
remember this is when I knew I was like, this guy will take anything from me. It was many, 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 many years ago.
What? I think I know what you're about to say. What?
And I had bubble guts. And I went in the bathroom. It was just you and I in the house. And I went in the bathroom and I blowed it up. And your housemate came home. And you went in the bathroom as soon as he came home so he would think it was you. I was like,
did.
oh, I think that's when I fell in love with you. I was like, he gonna take that stank for me.
Stinking in
He
my
gonna take
bathroom.
that stank for me, boy.
I mean, I couldn't have him saying, yo, Canyon girl stank, man.
And that's what you said.
Canyon girl stank like I'm she that more smelling shit is all the way. Nah, I had to go in there and brave it. I think I even sat out on the toilet like it was me.
That's what I knew.
I sat there for a few minutes.
That's
and
what
then
I
like
knew.
this, eyes watering. And then I got up. And he like, yo, man.
If I knew somebody was coming, I would have burned a match, player. I ain't know nobody was coming. Look, that's what I knew. He was my knight of shining armor. I was like, look, he'll take anything from me.
But but the thing is, whether you're protecting them from a family member, friend, or foe, the other person has to believe that you got me.
I appreciate you for that. Because that
for taking that stank on you.
Yes. No, I wasn't talking about that.
Oh.
But there has never, ever once been a doubt in my mind if you had me. Never. I cannot remember a time where I ever doubted it, where it was ever came into question. So I appreciate your protection.
Yeah, I think I think a man does three things. A man, the 3 P's. He will profess his love. Okay. He will protect you, be it protect your heart, protect you physically, emotionally, and he will provide. And provision is not just money.
No, it's not.
Provision is structure.
I like that.
Think about it. Provision is structure. I'm going to create a structure that provides for our family. I'm going to create a structure that makes us have a roof over our head. That's what providing is. It's creating structure.
I like that.
Yeah, that's it.
I like that. And that's our episode for tonight.
That's it.
I would love to hear you speak of our sponsors.
Our sponsor, we are always sponsored by the Pocket Communication Coaches. Listen, and whenever I always say, I realize how important communication is. And the Pocket Communication Coach is the one tool that helps you figure out how to say it. This guy could use the Pocket Communication Coach. He could type in what happened and it will spit out what he should say. If you want to communicate better, go to pocketcommunicationcoach.com. It's the AI software that helps you communicate.
Okay. So I want to ask you.
Okay, you got a question?
I have a question. I'm going to do 2, but this one right here. Would you rather marry a freak or a virgin? A freak. Why? Marry.
Would I rather marry a freak or a virgin?
Yes.
See, you know why? Back in the day, I could say, you know what? I'd rather marry a virgin. But golly, that right there. Golly. I don't want to marry no virgin. I don't want to marry no virgin. I don't want to be the one that have to break the car in the first go round. I mean, I don't want that new car smell on it. I mean, I want the car to be driven a little bit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because you have to know when it's just the leather a little softer. When the car driven a little, that steering wheel turn a little easier. I mean.
Hallelujah. I think I would have to agree with you. I don't think I want a man practicing on me. Yeah. Yeah,
because I mean, you think about it. I mean, you know, if she a virgin, you can't beat it up. You know, you can't just go ham on it.
I asked the question myself.
All right, y'all.
Oh, I gotta ask this one.
Go
right
good.
Here.
You got another
I gotta ask this one right here.
Go ahead. Show the people the game. Now you hiding the game.
Oh, I'm sorry. The moment of truth is our relationship card game.
We got 2 of them.
It really helps you get to know people. It's fun to
The
play
regular
with your
version.
girlfriends or in a group of
regular version.
the regular version and the sex version. It's great to play in a group setting with you and your significant other, just to get to know each other better. We played it at
our event.
Candid Conversations with the Grand Canions. So I have this one right here. You and your friend go on a double date. You're really interested in your friend's date. You would A, do nothing. B, reach out to the friend if they don't work out. C, call behind your friend's back. Or D, stay with my date and secretly desire my friend's date.
I think B. I'm gonna reach out to my man and be like, y'all kicking it? How did it work out? I mean, I'm gonna ask him. If it didn't work out, I'm gonna keep it moving. I mean, if he like, yo, no, ain't nothing going on with her, man. You know, you mind if I holler at her?
It's your MO.
You said that's my MO. I mean, I'm being honest with my man. I'm asking him.
Yeah.
And my man be like, nah, bro, I like her. Okay, that's the last we ever hear about it.
Okay.
I mean, I'm like, she's a good girl.
Yeah. Okay. All right. This is what I would do. I think I would stay with my date, but secretly desire his. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, y'all.
I would
do
nothing.
here.
I would do nothing. I would absolutely do nothing. I would do nothing. I would never. I don't care. They would break up tomorrow, and nobody would ever know how I felt.
Take us out.
You don't agree with that?
I mean, I'm like,
I could be missing out on the love of my life.
and my man don't want her. I mean, that done happened to me before in real life.
Like hot potato. I don't.
It happened to me before in real
Hot
life.
potato,
We ain't
just
gonna talk
pass
about.
it
I can't
around.
mention no names, but me and my man, we swapped girls.
And it worked out for you for some years. It was a good relationship for you.
Out. And she was a good girl.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate that relationship not working out, though. I
Yeah. Because you
whatever she did wrong. Thank you, because I was next.
You was the next one. You was the next.
Kind of.
Well.
Yeah. Listen,
Oh no,
guys. Thank you guys so very much for joining the Grand Canyons on tonight. Make sure that you join us every Thursday night at 8:00. Honey, is there anything you like? Hey, and stay tuned for the next coming up Candid Conversations.
July 27th. And this time, y'all, we're going to stream it. So many people have wanted us to do it. We're going to stream it this time, y'all. And we're going to be promoting it. All right.
Thanks again for joining us on this Thursday evening. Make sure you do something that's going to help prolong your life. Go get it, because it's not going to come get you. We're the Grand Canyons, and we are